Hi, in this video we are going to learn about the string data type. Here first we will understand the what is the string, then we will see the different functionality of the string, and then we will see what are the inbuilt function or methods supported by the string, and at last we will solve multiple problem to understand the deep concept of the string. And one more thing, all the problems what I'm going to be solved with this video that are commonly asked in the interview room. So keep in mind this string is a very important concept in all the programming language. String is a very important data type. So let's start. So first I will start with the definition. So what is the string? So string is nothing but any sequence of character either present in a single quote or double quote. So in my previous videos also I have already explained you what is the string. So same thing I have written here also. A string is nothing but any sequence of character either present in a single quote or double quote. It's nothing but the string only. So if you are following my Python playlist, so I'm sure you already know this basic definition, like what is the string. So the any sequence of character either present in the single quote or double quote is nothing but the string only. Then in second line we have written, in other programming language the single quote is used for the char data type and double quote is used for the string data type. So the people who have already learned another programming language like C, C++ or Java, so they know in that language we have single quote for the char and double quote for the string. But in case of Python, both the single or double quote treated as the same and used for the string data type. Python does not have char data type unlike C++ or Java, but we can store a single character either in a single quote or double quote. And the data type of the stored single character is string only. So what I'm trying to say, see, the people who are learning the Python as their first programming language, so very good because they don't have any confusion between the single code and double code. Why? Because in a Python, you can either use the single code or double code. The meaning is same only for both. But the people who have learned another programming language also, so they might be confused because in another programming language like C++ or Java, single quote are used to store the char value and double quote are used to store the string value. But in case of the Python, you can store char in single quote also or double quote also. So don't be confused when we should go for the single quote or double quote. In a Python, you can use any one. Not an issue. Then at last we have one more line. String is immutable in nature. So the people who don't know what is the meaning of the immutable, so let me tell you. Once we create the string object, we cannot change the content of the string. So the property in which we cannot modify the content, it's come under the immutable. So the same only, once we create the string, we create string object, we cannot change the content of the string. So this is the basic information about the string. What is the string, how we can store the string, and what is the property of the string. So whatever I have mentioned in the definition, the same we will go and see whether it's correct or not. So let's start. But before going to start, I will request you, please like and subscribe my channel. So let's start. So if you see in the definition what I have written, string is nothing but any sequence of character either present in a single quote or double quote. So as I know, I have already explained you in my previous videos also what is the string. But again, I'm going to tell you from the scratch. So even if you have not watched my previous video, so you will not get any confusion. So as per definition, what I have written, any sequence of character either present in the single quote or double quote, it's a string only. So let me check whether it's a correct only or not. For example, I'm taking name. Name is the variable And for that, I'm taking, for example, Gridi. So here, Gridi, I have written inside the single quote. So let me check whether this is the string or not. So as we know, to check the data type, we have a type function, which is inbuilt function provided by the Python. So how we can check? For that, type print. Then we need to check the type of the name variable. For that, type and type of name. So name. Then click on run. See, it's showing str. str is nothing but the string only. So the same thing what I have written here, sequence of character either present in a single quote or double quote. So let me show you for the double quote. See, in this case also it's showing class str only. It means whatever we have written here, character either present in a single quote or double quote, both are treated as a same only. Then in second line, what we have written, in other programming language, the single quote is used for the char data type and double used for the string data type. But in case of the Python, both the single or double treated as the same only. So we have already seen this statement is a correct only. But another programming language, if you want to store any single character like G, so in another programming language like a C++ and Java, you have to write inside the single quote. But in a Python, you can write in the double quote also. See, string only in double quote. And if you write in single quote, at that time also it will string only. So let me show you. See, string only. It means Python does not have a char data type. So if you want to store the any char value, so you can store either in the single quote or double quote, but the data type of that value is in the string only. Let me show you the definition. See, the data type of the store single character is string only. So keep in mind, Python does not support char data type, but you can store the char data type in the single quote or double quote, but the type of that value will be string only. So last point is string is a immutable in nature. So I will explain this point at correct time. So just time being, keep this one as a pending and we will see later. Then multi-line string. So this is the definition. What is the multi-line string? In a Python programming language, single quote or double quote can only use to store the single line string. I'm repeating again. In a Python programming language, single quote or double quote can only use to store single line string. To store the multi-line string, we have a triple quote. Either it's a single triple quote or double triple quote. So in simple term, what is a multi-line string? If you are storing any string in more than one line, it's nothing but the multi-line string. So let me show you practically what I'm trying to say. For example, here I'm writing, my name is Durgesh. My name is Durgesh. And in second line, I'm writing, my name is Durgesh and I am from Mumbai. I am from Mumbai. So if I want to print that name and let me run, see, we are getting error. I have written my name is Durgesh and I am from Mumbai. So if I'm going to the new line, I'm getting error. So I'm getting error. And what I want actually, and what I'm looking for, so I'm looking for, it should print my name is Durgesh and it will print and I'm from Mumbai in two different line. So if you want to achieve such functionality, for that multi-line, this one, I will show you the definition. This one, multi-line string comes under the pictures. So if you want to like that, for that what you can do, let me comment this entire thing and let me remove comment from here. You can use either triple single quote or triple double quote. So see, the same thing I have written here inside the triple single quote. My name is Durgesh and I am from Mumbai. And let me run. See, my name is Durgesh and I am from Mumbai. Both are printing in two different lines. So you can write these things either with the help of the triple single quote or double triple quote. Let me show you for that also. So let me run. See, my name is Durgesh, and I'm doing engineering. So we are doing the same things with the help of the either triple single quote or triple double quote. So this is the one of the way, and why we required, if you want to print any line or any string in more than one line, at that time we can go for this one. This is not that much important things, but maybe sometime you require in a real-time project. So because of that only, it's very important. You should know these things. Then there are some possible way to use the single quote or double quote. This point, there are some possible way to use the single quote or double quote. So what are that possible way? Let's see. Here we are using the single quote or double quote alternatively, and we want to print either single quote or double quote. What I'm trying to say, for example, copy this one. Copy this one. First, let you comment this entire thing. See, today is New Year. So what I'm trying to achieve the things, like if I want to print any string inside the double quote, then how we can write. So let me run and show you. 1 second. Yeah. See, today is New Year. If you see, today is a new year, all the entire things we have written inside the single quote, and the new we have written inside the double quote. And when we are running this program, we are getting only the new inside the double quote, and all are the string without single quote. So if you want to achieve like this, then you can go for this. So if you want to print anything inside the double quote, then you should write this like this. But there is a one loophole. Let me show you. For example, you are writing here single quote and here also single quote. And if you run, you will get error. See. So you cannot write like that. If you are using single quote outside, then you have to use the double quote inside, or vice versa. If you are using the double quote outside, you have to use the single quote inside. Let me show you what I'm trying to tell you. Take double quote and here also double quote and inside the single quote. Then let me run. See, today is New Year. Like that, we can print food. So the same thing I have written here only. So let me copy these two things and paste here. And let me run. See, today is a new year in the double quote, and Paris is the most beautiful country in the world. Why Paris? It's India only. Then okay. So India is the most beautiful country in the world. I hope you get clear idea. Let me comment this one also. So the next point, fourth point, there are some loopholes in the string data type, such as we cannot print any statement which contains single quote or double quote. For example, my name is Durgesh and I am from Mumbai. and it is financial capital of Maharashtra. As per my requirement, I want to print above whole statement where Durgesh and Mumbai should be in single quote and double quote respectively. This is case where we want to print both single quote or double quote contain in the same string. I'm repeating again. What is the loopholes? So the loopholes in the string data type such as we cannot print any statement which contains single quote or double quote at the same time. For example, my name is Durgesh. So Durgesh I have written inside the single quote, and I am from Mumbai. So Mumbai I have written in the double quote, and it is the financial capital of Maharashtra. So Durgesh in single quote, Mumbai in double quote. So both having the different code. At that time, what we can do? So if you see here, let me remove this comment. See, here is only one string which we want under the double quote, and here also only one string which we want to under the single quote. But what if we want both single quote or double quote in the same string? So at that time, how we can achieve that functionality? So let me show you. For example, copy this entire line and print here, and let me run. See, we are getting invalid syntax error. So actually what we are trying to see, whatever we have did in these two different line, the same thing we want to do in the one single line. Because Durgesh we want inside the single quote and Mumbai we want inside the double quote. So how we can do that things? So come here. So for avoid such type of loopholes, we can use triple quote. Either it's a single triple quote or double triple quote. So let me show you. If you come here and in place of single quote, you can use either triple single quote. So for that 1, 2, 3, and at last also 2, 3. Then let me run. See, my name is Durgesh and I am from Mumbai. So Durgesh printing inside the single quote and Mumbai printing inside the double quote. So let me check for the triple double quote. So 1 second. 1, 2, 3. Then come here. 1, 2, 3. Then run. See, my name is Durgesh and I am from Mumbai. It's printing correctly. So what I'm trying to tell you, if you want to print single quote and double quote in the same string at the same time, at that time you can use either triple single quote or triple double quote to write entire string. So I hope you get clear idea. So let me comment this one also. See, these are not that much important things, but as I told you, sometime in project or any real-time application, we need to write the string like that. So because of that only, it is highly recommended. You should know these things. Because see, if you don't know, then it will become very hectic for you at that time. So, and just because these are the properties provided by the Python only, so I am telling this entire things to you. And don't worry, we will see the complicated problem also. Here I have written string is immutable in nature. Actually, all the fundamental data types, int, float, boolean, complex string in a Python are immutable in nature. And the meaning of immutable is once we create object, we cannot change. 1 second. Object we cannot change. So let me tell you how we can see. Here I have written all the fundamental data types. So what are the fundamental data types? Python inbuilt data types: int, float, boolean, complex strings. These are the Python inbuilt data type, and these are the fundamental data type. So all the fundamental data types are immutable in the nature. Let me copy this one and paste here. See, as I mentioned, all the fundamental data types. What are the fundamental data types? Int, float. Here you can see int, float, boolean, complex, string. So I will show for the string because we are learning the string. So for initially name equals to my name is Durgesh. Then again I have taken name. So let me print address of this name variable. For that we have a id, which is inbuilt function provided by the Python only. Simply copy this one and paste here and run. So see, what is the address? It's ending with the 2080. And what is the content? My name is Durgesh. Let me copy the same thing. And here I'm writing my name is Vipul. And let me run. See, for Vipul it's ending with the 9392. So even the variable name is the same, and if I'm modifying the content of that variable, so it is not going to be replace or update the same one. No, it is creating different memory. It is creating different object. Based on this address difference, you get to know at both the time variable name is the same only, name and name. But we just because we are trying to modify the existing variable, it is not going to be modified that existing variable. Instead of that, it is creating the new object and which is storing at the new location. So you can see in this two different times we have a two different address. So because of that only you can get to know the string is the immutable in the nature. There is one very important question arise, that is why all the Python fundamental data types, which is string, int, float, complex, are the immutable in nature. Interviewer might be asked why Python fundamental data types are immutable in nature. So we have already seen how we can prove that fundamental data types are immutable. We can try to update, and at that time we got the two different address. So from there we can prove like that the Python fundamental data type are the immutable in nature. But if the interviewer asks why all the Python fundamental data types are immutable, at that time we should answer this one. As we all know, the Python fundamental data types support object reusability concept. Object reusability concept, which means we can create one object and can be share address of the object with as many number of reference variable we want. I'm repeating again. As we all know, the Python fundamental data type supports object reusability concept, which means we can create one object and can be share the address of the object with as many number of reference variable we want. So imagine after some time later you want to change the content of any one reference variable, then due to immutability nature of fundamental data types, instead of changing the object of the reference variable, it will create new object for it, and rest of the reference variable not get changed. For better understanding, consider the following example. Consider there are three persons x1, x2 and x3 living in the Mumbai. So x1, x2, x3 all are living to the Mumbai. So if you print, copy this entire thing and I will show you. See, x1, x2 and x3 and all are living in the Mumbai only. So let me run. See, For all x1, x2 and x3, the address is the same. It means for different variable, if we are going to store one single data only, at that time it is not going to be create different data. It will create one value or one data only, and it will pass the address of that value to other variables also. The same thing is happening here. Because of that only x1, x2, x3, these three are different variable but still having the same address because they are pointing to the same object, because all they are going to be stored the Mumbai only. So what the Python is going to be do, it will create one object and allocate one memory for the Mumbai, and that memory address it will going to be assigned to all the variable who want to store that address or that location or that value. So in our case, x1, x2, x3 all are going to store the Mumbai only. So the Python what Python have did, it has simply created one Mumbai and store at one location and given that address to all others. So because of that only all having the same address. But for example, after some time, if you see here, I have written already. Here are the addresses of all the reference variable same, which means same object was assigned to all due to object reusability concept. What I'm saying there, that only here the address of all the reference variable same, which means the same object was assigned to all due to object reusability concept. So why some people might be thinking, so why we need the immutable concept? So here's the point why we need the immutability nature. Imagine after some time later person x2 move in a Pune. At that time x2 equals to Pune we are going to write, but if the string is mutable, see, right now we all know string is the immutable, means we cannot change string once we create the string object. But here I am writing if string is a mutable in nature. It means if we are able to change the string, then address of all the other person will also get changed. Still they are in Mumbai, but due to immutability nature, instead of changing existing object of reference variable, it will create new object for it, and rest of the reference variable or person address not getting changed. So let me tell you what I'm trying to say. For example, this Mumbai, this x2 after some time shifted to Pune, and let me run here. See, the address for the x1 and x3 is the same only, but the address for the x2 is the different. So imagine if there is not a immutability nature. So if you do or if you change the address of any one variable, then it will affect all. So in such scenario, mutability play a very important role. So I hope you get the clear idea why we need immutability nature and why Python support immutability nature. So in a simple word, you can answer the interviewer like Python fundamental data type supports object reusability. So because of that only Python fundamental data types are immutable in nature. So might be interviewer ask you what is the meaning of object reusability. So at that time you can say object reusability means if you are going to store the same address or same value or same object multiple times, then Python does not create different copy for that. Python create only one single copy, and it will pass the reference of that copy to all the other object who want to store that value or that object. So this is the nothing but the code reusability, object reusability concept. But due to this object reusability concept, in case in a future any one of the object or copy is going to be changed, so it should not affect the others, because we have seen one example here, like three peoples are living in the Mumbai, and it means the three different variable holding the same address. But after some time, if one person change his location and he moved to the Pune, so it should not affect the others address, because others are still in the Mumbai location only. So because of that only, Python immutability is very important in the fundamental data types. So I hope you get clear idea, and I have explained entire things, like what is the immutability and why we require immutability, and what is the object reusability. So let me comment this entire thing. Yeah. Now, how to access the characters of the string? How to access the character of the string? This line. So there are two ways to access the character of the string, such as index operator or slice operator. So keep in mind, Python support index operator and slice operator. These are the very commonly used operator and very important operators. So we will see one by one how we can use the index operator and how we can use the slice operator. So first we will see index operator. So that the index operator used to select the single character from the string. The character are accessed by their position or index value. No need to worry about the definition. Once we will start the writing program, you will get clear idea. In a Python, for indexing, there is a one extra feature, that is index value travel in both direction, forward, left to right, and left to right start from 0 to n minus 1, and backward right to left start from -1 to -n. So for example, we have a string Durgesh. Let me copy this entire thing. Yeah. For example, I have a string Durgesh. So, or let me comment these entire things, because you will get confused. I will solve one by one. Yeah. So for example, you have one string Durgesh and you want to access the string. So what is the meaning of access the string? You want to access any element of the string. So how you can do? So keep in mind, in a Python, index start in two ways. It can either start from left to right and right to left. It is also called forward direction and backward direction. So if it is start from Durgesh and go to H, it means it is the forward direction. And if it is start from H and comes to Durgesh, it means this is the backward direction. So for example, I want to access this string, and this string I want to access the D. So keep in mind, index always start from the 0. So how you can access the string? For that, let me show you. You can write print, then inside the print, name of the variable in which you are storing the string. For example, I have written string, so I am copying the string. Then inside the square bracket, you need to specify the index value, what you want to access. So as I already told you, index start from 0. So if I want to access the G, so what is the position of the G? So 0, 1, 2, 3. So the G storing at 3. So if I write 3 here and let me run, it's printing G. So this is how we can access the string with the help of the index. We need to specify the index value. For example, I want to access the D. So what is the index of the D? So index of the D is 0. Let me run. See, 0, then it's printing D. Like that. For example, I want to print S. So first let me check what is the index for the S. So it will start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So type 5. See, like that. So this is how we can access the string with the help of the index. But we have seen how we can access in the forward direction. So let me show for this entire value. Let me remove this one and let me uncomment this one. See. So it's printing 0. For 0, it's printing D, and for -1, it's printing H. So as in a definition only, I have mentioned in a Python for indexing, there is a one extra feature, that is index value travel in both direction, forward and backward. Forward start from 0 to n-1 and backward right to left start from -1 to -n. The same only it's happening here. If I'm writing -1, so -1 is nothing but the H. If I write -2, then -2 is nothing but the S. So let me show you. See, 1. So if I'm writing 1, so it's printing U. But if I'm writing -2, it's printing S. And one more thing, keep in mind, if it is in a forward direction, it will start from the 0. So first element will be at the 0 position. But if it's starting from the backward direction, then it will start from -1. Because of that only, when I'm typing -1, it's printing H, then -2, S, like that. So let me show you for all. See, like that. If -3, then E. -3, then E. Then -4, then G. Like that, it's printing. So this is how we can access the string with the help of the index operator in the forward direction as well as backward direction. Forward direction start from 0 and backward direction start from -1. So keep in mind these things. So I hope you get clear idea. Let me comment these things. And one more thing, I will share this notes also in my Telegram channel, and I will mention the link of my Telegram channel. So from there you can go and download these notes. For better understanding, consider the following example. So here we are going to write one program. Let's see what is the program. So program is write a program to print positive and negative index of character and also print the character. So what I'm trying to say, write a program to print positive index and negative index of the character and also character. So this is the string, and what we want to print that character and its positive index and negative index of that character. So let me copy this entire problem statement up to this point and paste here. Write a program to print negative and positive index and also print the character. So for example, we have one string Durgesh, and we want to print the positive index and negative index and the character also. So let's see how we can do. Next, we are going to do in some looping statement with the help of some looping statement. So we will use for loop. We will write like for x. X is nothing but the each element in the string. And as I already told you how to write the for loop and how to write the while loop, so I believe you know very well. So what I'm trying to do, see why I'm using for loop, because as the definition of the for loop, if you want to execute the block of statement for each element in any collection or any sequence or any range, at that time you can go with the for loop. So for each and every character which is present, like DURGESH, for each and every this character, I want to execute my loop and I want to print the positive as well as negative index of that character. So for that only I'm using the for loop. So for X, so I'll always read X as the each element. So for each element in where in string, then colon. Keep in mind, if you are writing any predefined statement like for loop, while loop, if, else statement, method, function, class, then you have to mention at last colon. So for each element in the string, what you want to print. So first I want to print that character only or that string only, because Python support string terminology. So always speak like string. So what I want to do, I want to print that string first. So I will type print what I want to print, each element. That's it. Then click on run. See, so it's printing each and every element. What are the element? DURGESH. It's printing. So also print characters. So it's printing character. Then second, what we want print positive as well as negative index. Keep in mind, I have already told you, positive means forward direction, negative means backward direction. So forward indexing always start from the 0. So assume like that I and I. So here you have to define what is the I. So I told you forward direction always start from the 0. So assume I equals to 0. Come here and then here, after printing the I one time, you should increase the I value. For that, you can type I equals to I plus 1. Then again click on run. See, it's printing DURGESH, then printing 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is nothing but the positive indexing. Then what they have mentioned, one more thing, also negative indexing. So this is the very interesting things, and I have attended more than 15 interviews or MNCs. So basically they are commonly asking this question in an interview. So pay attention and see how we are solving this question. Then second, it's asking negative index. Find the length of the string. So in the Python, we have an inbuilt length function to use to find the length of the string. For that, len, then length of the string. So copy this one and paste here, and let me store this one in the one variable length, L. So, comma, what I want negative index. So length of the string is nothing but L. So what will be the length? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the length of this string is 7. And 7 I minus L. Then run. See, minus 7, minus 6, minus 5, minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1. Like that. So I have already told you, in a forward direction it will start from 0, and in backward direction it will start from minus 1. And why I have written here I minus L? So L is nothing but the length of the string. So length of the string is how much? 7. And that 7 we have stored in the L. So we are doing I minus L. So initial minus L. So initially it is L is the 7. So 7 minus 0 is 7 only. Minus 7 only. Like that. So this is how we can write this program. Here, if you want, you can write some comment also. Like copy this one and paste here and comma. Let me run and show you. See, character this one, then you can, for this also you can do like that, positive indexing. Positive indexing. Then same do for the negative indexing also. See, character D, positive index is 0 and negative index is -7. So I hope you get clear idea how we can solve such type of problem. So let me comment this entire thing. We have seen how we can access the string with the help of the index operator. Now we are going to see how we can access the string with the help of the slice operator. So first we will understand what is the slice operator. So slice operator used to slice or cut the string in particular range. So by the name only you can get the clear idea what is the meaning of slice operator. Slice means pieces. So slice operator used to cut the string in a particular range. For better understanding, consider the following example where I want to cut the string which is Durgesh in particular range. So slice having three parameters: starting, semicolon, ending, semicolon, step. So starting is nothing but from where you want to start. Then ending nothing but where you want to stop. And step means how much index or value do you want to skip between the two characters. Note, slice operator include starting element and exclude the last element. So if you remember, I have already told you if it is a start, if it is going to start from 0, so it will go from 0 to n-1. I know you will not get this point, but don't worry, we will see here only. And one more thing, this slice operator support various data types such as a string, list, tuple. In this particular video, we are going to see for the string only, but don't worry, once we'll start the list and tuple, there also we will again see how we can use this slice in the list and tuple also. So for example, string equals to the list. Let me copy this entire thing. Yeah. So here we have taken one string, which is Durgesh, and we want to access that string with the help of the slice operator. So let me comment this entire things because you will get confused, and I will tell you simple word. Simply type print. Then inside the round bracket, we want to access this string for just like indexing also, here also type string. Then again square bracket, but in the index operator we are writing index number inside the square bracket, but here we need to pass the range, like from where to where we want that string. So for example, if you want to print from 0, 0, so this 0 is nothing but, as I already told you, slice operator contains three parameters: starting, ending, and step. So I want to start from 0. So because of that only I have written 0. So 0 is nothing but the index only. So at 0, what we have stored? D. So I want from 0, then colon, then I need to specify the ending. So I want up to what index I want. So I want up to 3 index. Then then colon, we need to specify the step. So by default, step is the 1 only. If you are not going to specify anything, it will consider 1. Let me run and show you the output. See, it's printing DUR. See, why it's printing DUR? It is starting from the 0. 1 second. Here you will get clear idea. Let me comment first this one. See, 1 second. Yeah. See, 0 means D, 1 means U, 2 means R. Like that, indexing is happening in the Python. So I have written 0 means starting and go up to 3. So 0, 1, 2, 3. But here I have mentioned one point. Here I have written one line. Slice operator includes starting element and exclude the last element. This point I have written. So what is the meaning? If I am writing 0 to 3, it means 0, 1, 2, 3. So it will include the 0, but it will not include the 3. So it will go up to this only. So 0, 1, 2. So it's printing DUR. See, DUR. So what is the meaning of this line? Slice operator includes starting element and exclude the last element. The same things we are saying here. We have written 0 to 3. But see, 0, 1, 2, 3. But it's printing only DUR, which is 0, 1, 2. It's not going to include last one. So the meaning of that line is this only. So if I want to access any string in particular range, then we can use the slice operator. Slice operator having the three attributes: starting, then ending, then step. So step is the optional part, and by default step is the one only. So initially we have mentioned 0 and up to 3, so it's printing DUR. Let me remove this one, and the same things we are doing here only. See, let me run and show you. This is the starting from 0 to 4. So 0 to 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. But as per the indexing property or slicing property, we know it will not going to include this last one. So it will print up to DURG. DURGE, because we have written 0 to 4. So, but here we have mentioned 5. So 5 means this one. But it will go up to 4 only. See, DURGE. It's not including 5. Like that. Like that, you can access the string with the help of slice operator. Then let me check for the second one. What? Yeah, let me run entire code. Yeah, see, when we are writing 0, 0 means starting point. When we are writing starting, so from where start? From D. So it's taking D. But if we are not going to specify the ending part, then it will print from start to all the string. So it start from D. So start from D. We are not specifying the ending, so it will print entire string. Then if we are not providing start and end at that time, also it will print entire string. And if we write like this, then also it will print entire string. But if we use scope resolution -1, it means it will reverse the string. See, it has reversed the string like that. And if you are writing like this, so if you are not mentioning the starting and you are mentioning the ending part, -3. So -3 means it will start from your -1, -2, -3. So -3 is nothing but E only. So it will print from 0 to 3 only, because we know it will not going to include the last element. So start from, if you're not mentioning anything, it will start from the 0. Up to 0, what element you want to print? 3. So -1, -2, -3. So this is the -3. So it will print up to here, 0 to 3. So 0 to 3 is nothing but DURG, DURG. So this is how we can access the string with the help of this slice operator. See, the same thing I have written here also. And I will share this note, so you will get clear idea. Then the next point, string support 2 types of operators. String supports 2 types of operators. In operators video, we have already seen what are the different types of the operators. So we know these arithmetic operators. This is the one of the operator what we have seen in that particular video. So string support two types of operators such as arithmetic operator and membership operator. So under this arithmetic operator, we have plus and star. So this plus operator used for concatenation and star used for the multiplication or repetition. And the membership operator under this, it will support in and not in operator. So we have already seen the working of these operators, which is arithmetic operators and membership operator. But in this video, we will also see how we can use these operators along with the string. So first we will start for the arithmetic operator, and under the arithmetic operator, first we will see what is the concatenation or plus operator. So plus operator used to combine two strings. Both the argument must be string type. See, concatenation operator support to various data types such as string, list, tuple. And for example, you have a two string 1 and string 2. And for string 1, you have a Durgesh, and string 2, you have a Yadav. And you want to combine these two strings. At that time, you can use the concatenation operator. Let me copy this one. First, let me comment this entire thing and paste here. For example, you have one string Durgesh and another string Yadav, and you want to combine both the string. Let me remove this output. So at that time, we can use the plus operator to combine the two strings. So keep in mind, if you want to use the concatenation operator, which is nothing but the plus operator, so both the string and both the object should be string data type only, which is present at the right side and left side. Let me run. See, Durgesh Yadav. So what is the use of concatenation? By the name only you can get to know. If you want to concatenate or combine two different strings, at that time we can go with the concatenation operator. And what is the mandatory things to use the concatenation operator or plus operator? Both the object, which is either at the left side or right side, are the string only. Then only you can do. Then we have a repetition operator, or you can simply say multiplication operator, is used to repeat the string multiple times as per the requirement. There should be one argument string type or another one is an integer type. See, for the concatenation, both should be string type, but for repetition or multiplication, one should be string type and another should be integer type. Then only you can use this one. So let me copy this one and show you 1 second. First, let me comment this code. Print here. See, I have one string which is Sales, and I want to print this Sales 3 times. Let me click on run. See, Sales, it's printing 3 times. So one should be string and another should be integer. Then only you can use this repetition or multiplication operator. Like that. Let me comment this one also. So we have seen concatenation and repetition. So these are the operators supported by the string. Then membership operator. What is the membership operator? So membership operator are used to check whether the substring present in the main string or not. Note, membership operators support to various data types such as the string, list, tuple. Right now we are looking for the string only, but in future we will see for the list and tuple also, and we will see how we can use the membership operator in the list and tuple also. So again, let me copy this entire code to this and paste here. See, I have one string Durgesh, and by the definition only we get to know what is the meaning of the membership operator. So with the help of the membership operator, we can check whether the given substring is present or not in the main string. For example, I have written Durgesh string and then D in string. So I'm checking whether D is present in the string or not. So let me run. See, D is present in the string, so it is returning true. Then I'm checking URG in string. So URG in string, yes, it is there only. So it's returning true. Then I have written URG not in string. See, URG is in the string, but I have written URG not in the string. It means this is false, so it has written false. Then K not in strings. Yeah, you can see we don't have K, so it is returning true only. So this is the use of the membership operator. So I'm repeating again, what is the use of the membership operator? If you want to check like whether the substring or any character or any string is present in the main string or not, at that time we can use the in and not in operator. Then string also support identity operator in the string. Identity operator in the string. So first we need to understand what is the identity operator. So identity operator used for the reference or address comparison of reference variable if both the reference variable pointing to same object, then return true, otherwise false. And the same identity operator support various data types such as string, list, tuple. So for example, we have string equals to Durgesh and string 2 equals to Durgesh. Let me copy this entire code. First, let me comment this one. And let me comment this one also. See, we have string 1 equals to Durgesh and we are printing the ID. So as I already told you, ID is used to check the address of that variable. So for string 1, we have Durgesh and for that we have address this one. And let me check for the string 2. So string 2, in string 2 also we are storing the same value. Let me run. See, second time also I'm getting the same address. It means we are storing the same object or same value in multiple variables. So at that time, it is not going to create different copy. It's creating one copy only at one location and passing the reference of that address to other variable also. Because of that only the address is same. So what we can do, if we want to check like string 1 is a string 2, it means a string 1 address is equal to a string 2 address, then it will return true only. See, true, because you can see string 1 and string 2 both having the same address. Because of that only it's returning true. And if you want to check this one, like string 1 is not string 2, then it's returning false, because here only we are seeing both the same only and we are checking is not, then it's returning false. So why is operator is used or is not, and this is or is not operators comes under the identity operator. So I'm repeating again the definition. Identity operator are used for the reference or address comparison. So for example, in real-time project or somewhere you want to compare the address of the two variables, at that time you can use the is operator or is not operator. With the help of this operator, you can get to know what is the address of this different variable.